Hello, how are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Sunil Kohli. I am English teacher. Uh, I hope you will be safe because you know the COVID-19 coronavirus spreading in all over the world, and you should be careful. Don't go outside. Stay home. That is safety for you. And use sanitizer and mask. Wash your hands and follow the all instruction given by government authority and health authority. So I hope you will be follow and you will be safe. By the way, here I can tell you the story. The means Androcles and Lloyd. Androcles was a slave, and his story tells us the unique friendship between a man and a lion. Here is the story happening in Rome, ancient Rome, means long ago. There was a kind and gentle and polite man, Androcles. He was a slave, and that time poor people using uh, as a slave means many nobles, richest and wealthy people using poor people as a slave. So Androcles was a slave. So he had who was a slave. He had no freedom and no rights. He was bounded by the law. Uh, so he was forced for work. So every means slave work for every slave forced for to work. That's happening that time. Here Androcles was also, and Androcles was the master, was very cruel and wicked man. He hate him. He never liked him. He did not like him. So Androcles was felt that the death is better than serving the masters. So this is a story about Androcles. So he was waiting to run away from his masters. One day, means once he got opportunity to escape from his cruel master. One day he ran away from his masters, and he was then went to the forest, and he took shelters, and then he felt very happy. He was free and wandering and roaming in the forest. He took shelter in the forest, and he was free like as a bird. Now he was go everywhere where means we want. So one day he was roaming, he was wandering in the forest, and suddenly means there was a lion came face to face. Then his first reaction was to turn and flee and to run away, but he was not coward. He was a brave man, that kind of person. But he saw that the lion was great in great pain. He was not moving. He was not roaring. So he says something. He want some help. Uh, his eyes seems to say, "Please help me." So Androclus saw that, and he reached to him very slowly, and summoning up all the courage. So he stretched his hand slowly at the injured paw. He was afraid that the lion would attack him if he touched in a swollen paw, but the lion seemed to understand his good intention. Even the wild animal can be our friends. So it is happened. It is possible because they have also emotions and feelings. If we will help the wild animal, definitely they will be help us because they will understood the intention of human being. If your intention will be good, then they will be also good. Means they will act as a friend. So we should treat friendly with wild beasts, and they will be act friendly. That is happening. Means in return, they will be give action in politely and lovingly. So here Androcles is ready to help him because he saw he was paining and he was crying, but he can't do. So Androcles took the paw in his hand and skillfully he pull out the thorn and he means release from the pain, and then he was tearing his own cloth and bounded the wound. Then he nursing and treating every day, he dressing and dressing and cleaning his wound, and soon he was able to move again. Then Androcles hunt in the forest and is sharing food with the helpless beast. Now they recognize each other. They were friends, and they wandering together in the forest. But here, meanwhile, what happened next year? Androcles' master was a complaint. He had complained to authority. The Androcles was run away, and he said to his soldiers to capture him, and then soldiers searching the forest and they trying to capture him, but they didn't find out him, and at last they come to the forest where Androcles lived. It so happened that Androcles had gone out alone that day, and while the lion rested near the cave, and both of them fell into the soldiers' hand, and the soldiers backed them to the city, and they put Androcles in chains in a prison, and the lion was caged. And here both of them captured by soldiers, and the soldier took back into the city. Uh, and Androcles was in prison, and lion was in cage. In those days, people who were found to be guilty of a serious crime were fed to the wild beast, means as a punishment, uh, and running away from masters, that was a very serious crime, and Androcles did that, and then Androcles too was to be thrown to the wild beast. So master one day selected the day and inviting his people, and he appointed the day, and then he arrived. Emperor arrived and took the seat, and lot of crowds there were lot of means hustle and bustle, and the trumpets blew the trumpets, and Androcles was brought into the arena, means in the ground, and the chain were unbounded, and he felt weak and dismayed. He was feeling sad. He was certain that this was the last day of his life. There was no chance to run away again, and he was very nervous that day. He felt that it was his last day. At the opposite side, the gate was released, and furious lion was released into the arena. It had been kept hungry to make it more furious. Androcles was filled with fear, but he put up a brave front. Yes, means both of them, means Androcles, who was a human being, he kept hungry. But what is the difference between wild animal, and man? Means if any person kept hungry, he will become sad and weak. But here, wild animal, he kept hungry, then he will become means more furious and more cruel, more wicked, more dangerous. So that is happening here. Then the lion saw the Androclus and rushed towards him. He ran towards him, bounding and roaring, but suddenly he stopped. All its rage seemed to have melted. Androcles saw these two, and each friend recognized the others. Means they understood here what happened here. Means the Androcles and Miss Lion. And then here the lion saw the Androcles, and he rushed to the Androcles, and but suddenly he stopped it is track, and he was become cool. All rage melted that time. So everyone saw that the lion bounded towards Androclus again, but when he reached him, he began to purr and rub his nose, his body. Means here what happened? The lion reached to the Androclus, and then he tried to rub and purr. And also Androcles hugged him, and both of them understood, both of them recognized, both of them loving with each other. To everyone's amazement, the audience, including the emperor, watched this tender sight in great wonder. People began to cheer Androcles and asked to his release. The emperor asked Androcles to explain the lion, the strange behavior. So that is a strange behavior of lion. So his emperor want to know about that, and he asked to Androcles, and Androcles explained the story, the whole story, and then the emperor also moved by the gratitude and friendship between man and the beast. He ordered that Androcles should be set free, and he would no longer be a slave. When the emperor asks Androcles what other reward he would like, but Androcles replied that he did not want anything for himself, but he wanted the lion to be set free too. So this is happening. Not only he want to set free, but also he want to set free for the lion, and the master's order to set free for both of them, and the two friends went back to the forest to live a free life. This is a story. This is a very nice story. You should listen carefully. Then it will be possible to understood. There are a simple exercise you should do in your home. There are some opposite words you should write down. Opposite words means antonyms, and similar words means synonymous. I will tell you some opposite words here. I means kind, opposite words kind, happy, poor, brave, slave, and huge. Uh, so answer is here. Uh, kind is cruel, happy is unhappy. Opposite words. Poor opposite words is wealthy, and brave opposite words is a coward, and slave opposite words is a master. Is high opposite words is low. So you should do in your home. Some questions there are. If I can say the two or three lines you should write on the means ancient slave, and also you should write on Androcles, the means the kindness of Androcles. What kind of man that is? That is very important. Uh, Now uh, I am uh, on your list. Uh, we will meet again. See you again, and be happy. Thank you very much.